All right, hello everyone, and welcome to these notes videos on field maps and isolines. Today we're going to just quickly go over what a field map is and what isolines are, because this will lead us into the next notes on topographic maps. So fields are just anything that can be measured in a given space. So fields is what you write down in that first blank. And so if you've ever seen a temperature map on a weather report or a map that's showing elevation, that is a field map showing that particular thing. Isolines are lines that connect equal values on a field map. So you're writing an isoline and equal. Now, what this isoline right here is showing you is all of these values have a value of 0. So everywhere along that line has a value of 0. Everywhere along this line has a value of 20. So what I'd like you to do is try to connect all the 10s. And then they're going to follow the same shape. So if we start up here, we connect this 10, this 10, and then just follow it around. And we have a field line, or an isoline, where all the values equal 10. And it can be 10 meters, 10 kilometers, 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It's whatever that field map is showing. And if I were being really good, I would connect these lines up here to the top. So I drew in the 10 degree, or the 10 isoline. Now there are 3 types of isolines. An isotherm connects equal points of temperature. So therm refers to thermal or temperature. You don't have to underline that. I'm just trying to explain where we get these terms. Isobars, the bar refers to barometric pressure, which is air pressure. So isobars connect equal air pressure. And then just to be different, we have contour lines, which connect points of equal elevation. So isotherm, isobar, and contour lines are what you should have filled in for A, B, and C. Now in class, we're going to do some practice drawing isolines, and when we get into our next part of notes, contour lines are what we're going to be focusing on. Excuse me, when we're drawing isolines, it's really important, always, always, always use pencil. I'm going to really, really stress that because you're going to mess up the first few times you do this, and that's okay. Pencil is really easy to fix. Pen, not so much. Pay attention to the isoline interval. Never skip a value. If I tell you that your lines need to be going up by 10, then they should be going up by every 10, and that's what the previous map was. All those lines had a value of going up by 10. Isolines never cross one another. If they do, remember an isoline connects a point of equal elevation. If they cross, that means at that point where they cross, they represent 2 values, which can't happen. Isolines formed closed loops. That will not always happen on the map, so you're going to have lines kind of like what that 0 line was. And notice I didn't connect the 10s necessarily. I connected them to the edge of the map because that's what they need to do. Isolines also never touch each other. They're going to get really, really close. I'm going to explain what that means, especially when we start looking at elevation maps. And neatness counts. Now on the next map, on the next page, you have this drawing isotherms at a 10-degree interval. Start at the left and work to your right. We're going to do this in class, so if you just kind of hold off, I'd rather you wait until we're together before you do this. So make sure you've answered the questions along the way, and if you have any questions, talk to me in class.